The Charity Gaming Guild presents the Nat Pun Podcast.
Welcome one and all, welcome back. This is going to be a slightly different episode to normal because last episode, when we actually recorded this particular session, we ended up all sounding like Daleks due to some technical issues. So I'm going to very briefly go through the previous episode, although we did recap that at the start of the most recent episode. So I won't spend too much time on it, and then we'll dig into the most current episode in more detail. And joining me, as always, we have, and I'm going to randomise this, John.
Hello. All right.
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm all right.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's going out after Christmas.
Yeah, but we're recording before.
We are.
So there you go.
That's true.
And next up we have...
Thank you, Andy.
Welcome. And last but by no means least, we have the...
We have the Bertie. The Bertie.
Like the one and only.
Which we do have a new nickname for, but we can't.
No.
No. So, cast your mind back, not to last week, but 3-4 weeks before that. Now, as I say, we have sort of touched on it, but it was a very unusual episode, and to me it felt like a lot of it was kind of completely off script because it was based around a throwaway comment that G made about it being his birthday.
Oh yeah.
It was entirely off script.
It was entirely.
It didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, but
No.
it's fine. D&D does that sometimes.
So what made you, actually as the DM then, what made you decide that you were going to expand on it and create this big party?
Bless you. I am very keen on player-driven sessions because it makes my life easier. If your players are creating stuff, if you just run with it and you can think about it quickly enough to make it work, you have to do less work. So basically what I'm saying is I'm lazy. Basically.
That's fair enough.
So if your players are coming up with something that's fun and cool and interesting, why not run with it? If in a normal game of D&D as a DM, you're running your game for your players, that's common language that we use. So if that's what your players want to do and you can facilitate it and no one's not enjoying it, just go with it, see what happens. And actually as well, we're going to touch on this a little bit later, I expect in one of Bertie's episodes, our events for this year are very geared up towards our Dungeon Masters being able to think on their feet.
I would probably more think on my buttocks because I don't stand as much as you guys.
No.
Being old.
You are very old.
Thank you. I know you said that you enjoy that part of it, and I've got to admit, I was surprised in as much as I didn't enjoy it. I loved playing.
Didn't enjoy it.
No, I didn't enjoy it. I felt uncomfortable, and I know we've discussed this in the past, but I felt uncomfortable because of the way the story went. Because there was a conflict between Vesper and G that in real life wouldn't happen. Bertie and I are good friends, and we wouldn't bang heads like that. And I found it very, very uncomfortable throughout the entire episode. So for that reason, I didn't enjoy it. But what about the rest of it? How did you find it?
Yeah, it's definitely uncomfortable, but like I said in the episode that we couldn't release, it was really nice to be in a comfortable enough environment and be playing that kind of interaction with someone that I do know well enough and I do get on well enough and is mature enough to be able to go, these are our characters.
You are
these are not,
mature.
yeah, super mature.
In some ways.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah. It's going, there are characters who are having this disagreement, but it doesn't translate off the table.
That doesn't work in every game as well.
No.
There are some groups, and some people are probably listening to this, and they know that they won't work with their group because someone won't be able to grasp that it's not real.
Yeah.
And things like that. I think it's a testament to you two as players, to be perfectly honest, that you can, although you found it uncomfortable, Andy,
I did, yeah.
and you might have found it uncomfortable, Bertie, one, it's not like you actually want to kill each other after the game is finished. No, it was fine.
In fact, we had a big hug at the end of it to sort of...
Also, from our point of view, as the charity and as the Nat Pun podcast, yes, we're playing D&D. But this is not a normal game of D&D. Most games of D&D are not theatre of the mind like ours is, and what we're doing is we're producing a show. We're producing something for people to enjoy and listen to, and actually, if you look at television programmes and films, the good guys do fall out sometimes. And they do. Look at Avengers Civil War.
Yeah.
That literally is an entire film about good guys fighting good guys.
Yeah.
Spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, weirdos.
Iron Man is better than Captain America, basically, is what it comes down to. But now I lost my train of thought.
It's part of the... It's more realistic when stuff like that happens.
Yes.
People can't get along with people all the time. It doesn't happen in real life. You're going to fall out with family, you're going to fall out with friends, but it's just getting past that.
Yeah.
If we were happy-go-lucky all the time, God, I'd be bored.
Yeah. It takes those different types of character, doesn't it, to make a diverse group of players, excuse me. I think some players take those extremes too far sometimes.
Yeah.
That's where you get problems in groups, where people start rubbing other people the wrong way. But
It's knowing where there's the line and when to cross and not cross.
exactly, and I think you guys knew the line and treated it well. I thought it was a successful session. I thoroughly enjoyed watching you two fall out. I'm not going to lie. No, that was great. Because again, for me as a DM, all I have to do is sit here and monitor it. And if I thought it was starting to get out of hand, then I would have interjected and done something to move the story on or change the story. But I know that you both know each other well enough to not need to do that. So actually, I got the really, really easy job doing all that. Didn't have to do anything.
How did Adonis find it? Was he uncomfortable or was he enjoying it?
As a player, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was quite fun watching you two kind of go at it a little bit. Adonis as a character was kind of excited for the party. Probably spent the first bit not really understanding why Vesper was annoyed at him. He definitely didn't pick up the same cues that you did about like it not being appropriate. He was just like, yes, let's have a party. And then it was into kind of, I suppose, he kind of switched into teachy mode. It's like, okay, let's try and calm everybody down and be nice to each other again, kind of mode. Yeah.
I think that was part of the driver behind the animosity that, G was firstly very moved, emotionally moved by the fact that the Jarl was actually going to throw him a party, because no one had done anything quite as nice as that for him before. But he also didn't understand why Vesper was so angry, because he was thinking, well, it's not like we're going to leave right this second and resolve the entire sort of quest and put the world to rights and find out what's going on with these towns. So why is she so upset that for the next few hours I'm just going to have a bit of fun? So why was Vesper so upset at that?
So from her point of view, I'm going to do this from what I can remember, because as I said, I couldn't listen to the episode back because I didn't want to get upset. So it was more the fact that it fully railroaded. So they were talking about something, and then all of a sudden it shifted the focus. And instead of going, okay, cool, we can kind of circle back to that later, it was like, no, I want to address this right now. This needs to be celebrated right this instant. It's like, no, it's like I said, it's like when you've got a toddler and you're having a conversation with an adult, and then there's what's mummy, 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 mama, mama, mummy, mama. It's like, look what I can do. And then they do like a really crap turn in a circle and they're like, yeah, look what I did. And you're like, that's awesome, but I just need to talk to this policeman because I've just seen a fatal car accident. It was that kind of in her head. It's like, this is a massive thing that we're trying to figure out. We need to have a plan of action. And then once that's over, then yes, by all means. But it was just the fact that it kind of went, no, we're just gonna have a party now. Just, there's a time and a place, and after the conversation it's fine, but we just went straight into it. It's like, oh no, I want to appear like I am a responsible hero, not a jolly old lad who's just like, hey.
So are you suggesting, therefore, that you see G as being somewhat immature?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, definitely in that instance. And I think that was what almost made it worse, because she was like, why is no one else seeing the issue with this?
I think how we got there.
Especially
We were poring over a map. You went,
He
it's
went-
my birthday.
he was like, oh,
on
well.
my birthday.
Yeah.
How did we then get from that so quickly? Let's have a
So
party?
I think it was partly Vesper's fault, because I think she said, oh, he's upset, sort him out, so you can't have my apple, buddy. So she went and got the Jarl and was like, can you come and give him a hug, please? Because that seems to make him happy. So the Jarl came in, and then he was like, gave him a hug, and he's like, oh, see, and she was like, God damn it, I was just trying to placate him for a second there so that he would just be like, cool, we've addressed it, now we can move on, and instead it just went
Oh,
so off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Jarl and G had hit it off a little bit, hadn't they? That first
Yeah.
interaction. So then the Jarl, he's a party animal.
Yeah.
He is a party animal.
Party, party, party.
So any excuse for a party with his old mate G, and the Jarl's all over it.
Yeah.
And that's very him.
Yeah.
He is a very
I thought
carefree.
that was a nice bit of world building, though. Like, he basically doesn't know us, complete strangers in the town. It's like, excuse for a party, let's do it. Like, it shows the character.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Very
It's exactly what he's supposed to be like, is this
Yeah. It was perfect.
a bit
It was-
boisterous, a little
yeah.
bit, not
It
naughty,
was
but a
the
little bit
best
kind
way
of...
it could have gone. It was just for the character. It's like,
I mean, there were other little incidental moments as well, like we were given a list of 3 locations we could go to, and we had to decide. I mean, these were not overly important as far as the story is concerned, obviously. So yeah, I think we were given the option of going back to Dragon's Gate, where there was a nice vault that potentially had some goodies that we know G would have liked to have got his sticky little fingers on. The Astral Academy,
yes.
where I don't believe
Adonis.
Dice was overly keen.
Yeah.
He was from there, and he didn't seem overly keen on going back.
Well, he's only been away a little while, really. He doesn't want to go back too soon, and it's just kind of, yeah, if he rocked up and hasn't learnt anything, he sort of failed again, kind of thing. So,
And the final place that we were offered by way of a potential destination was Lord's Gathering, where we were likely to meet the high vessel Barnaby Thrall.
Who then could potentially maybe teleport us to the vault.
Yeah.
So that was a two for one. That seemed to be a good choice.
Nix was also pretty keen on the vault and stealing things.
Yeah, and I think that may have been the first time that G started to soften towards it, because before then he was preparing a list of ways to kill her, because he didn't like it.
What was on that list? Was it extensive, or was it like just kill Nix and then nothing?
I think at that
Just
point,
the title.
yeah, that was it, literally.
And one.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Step 1, question mark. But we had the party, and it was very good as far as I've been told. But G was somewhat inebriated, so perhaps did not remember.
You were just
too much
reliving
of it.
your birthday.
I was about to say, it was really art imitating life, wasn't it? And he stayed silent.
Yes, it was just like my birthday. Yes, we remember. Well, you remember.
I remember it, you don't.
Although G did manage to drink more whiskey than I did for my birthday.
Well, you'll try hard next year, won't you?
Ah, yeah. Well, Christmas.
Yeah, or both.
Why not?
Start now.
Every day. Why not?
Yeah.
We are not promoting alcoholism.
No. Drink responsibly.
Yes.
Gamble aware. No, it's different.
My brain went there too.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
All of it. Parental advisory. And we just cover every base.
I know that Nix had actually had a gift, a lovely gift for G, and asked Vesper to give it to him on the on grounds that she was more likely to bump into him than Nix would. And that itself kind of led to a very heated exchange, where I think the gift was thrown initially at...
It's funny because we discovered that in our heads, we both, because it's theatre of the mind, we imagined the scenario much different
Yeah.
And so in my head, she like saw him and she chucked it. So like you're passing someone, like if I like the apple that I've got in my front of me, if I just kind of chucked it across to you for you to catch kind of thing. It was that intention. It was like not an aggressive kind of yeet. It was just a right, this is for you kind of thing. We're passing each other on the road. But from G's point of view, it was a malicious thing of
Yeah.
and I was flames in my eyes and I was breathing fire.
Absolutely.
Profanities and stuff.
And I think because the gift had been thrown by you, I didn't realise. I mean, I can't remember now if it was. I don't think I knew it was actually a gift from Nick, so I assumed it was perhaps from you.
I think I just said like, "This is for you."
Yeah, and because of that,
vagueness.
I didn't want to know. And that was the bit where G made one comment which will haunt me.
Oh, yes.
And that's where G said to Vesper, "You're dead to me."
Yes.
And it fit the sort of scenario, but as I say, it was so uncomfortable as a player. But
because that absolutely stuck in her head, as was akin to something she said later to you in the episode.
Yeah, absolutely. And the following morning,
after you've been given options to sober up.
That was on your way back,
That's
wasn't
true,
it?
yeah.
You went
Yeah.
back and had a round 2. Yeah. And got blind drunk a second time.
why not? It's my birthday. And I think that's the final sort of melting of the barriers between Nix and G came when she found him at the gate. And it was at that point I think he decided, he accepted he'd made a mistake, he'd misjudged her, and that the list, as detailed as it was at that point, could be destroyed.
It was number 1, dagger, ? Number 2, nothing.
Not even sure I got to the dagger. And then there was apologies if I'm kind of rushing through this, but I'm conscious that we are doing 2 episodes, and I've got 3 pages of notes for next week.
It was a big one, wasn't it?
It was a big one.
It was a big
Okay.
one.
And then we sort of ended that episode where, because Vesper and Adonis had actually gone back to the hotel.
The hotel.
Or the tavern, I think it was.
The premiere Inn.
Yeah, the tavern. And
They all got
Nix was keen to get started. I think you, as Adonis.
Yeah, not before like midday.
Yeah. You wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
And Vesper seemed, if memory serves, Vesper seemed a little reluctant to wake him up too early.
Yeah, I think she did try. She got up and she was like, right, okay, cool, come on then. And then she went and he'd gone back to sleep. So she attempted it, but wasn't too convinced. Ideally, actually, her plan was to go at the time that was agreed, and if G wasn't there, they were going to leave without him.
Oh, that's harsh.
That was, she was like, this is the time that we've agreed, everyone's aware of it. So that's why I think she was a little bit soft as to not necessarily push in Adonis, because she was like, what actually happens if we do get there and he's not there?
So, practically, how would that have worked? Because if you had left without G, so G was no longer in the party, where would you have recorded the next session, since it's my cabin?
Well, we would have recorded it at mine, because we're technically able to.
I can give you a little peek behind the DM screen there, if you like, really, because I got that vibe from you, Bertie, about Vesper. So, and this is kind of what I mean about me being able to take a back scene, let it play out, and just kind of monitor it and massage it in the right direction. I got that vibe, so that's the reason why I put you at the game. So I forced your paths to cross, which means that we don't have to split the party, we don't have to find you ready to record the podcast in, because you're there. That's kind of what I mean when I talk about letting the players drive the story, and as a DM you guide the story to make those paths intersect, to force that interaction, because you're still reasonable players, you're still going to venture together, you're not going to turn around and go, well, I don't want to play with you anymore, Andy, because your character is an arsehole. They're not going to do that. So
And I think that is it's a tremendous skill to have, but
Being
it's
an
also,
arsehole.
well, yeah, being an arsehole. Tell you what, it doesn't come natural. I have to work at it every day. So to be able to let the players drive the story, it is a great skill to have because, as you say, you've got to think on your feet all the time and know when to give them a bit of rope and when to sort of rein them in a bit. But the flip side is, as a player, I think you feel more engaged and more, you feel that the story, because the story is yours and you're driving it, it just feels better for me personally. I don't know whether that's...
Wouldn't have left without G. Adonis wouldn't have let it happen.
No.
He had pep talks for both of you all lined up ready to go. Sorry to each other, so we didn't need.
Right, you sit there and you sit there.
And that kind of happened anyway. I think G realised with some insight from Tash that he'd messed up. He really had, and he needed to make amends. And so he did offer, and it was genuine. It wasn't a deception check. It was a genuine apology, which was hard for him because he's never really been that kind of person. But he did it because he wants to make amends and he wants to sort of win your respect and trust back.
we sort of saw that at the start of the last session as well, didn't we? When we asked those questions.
Yeah.
Gave G you as G's player to
express
that and make it clear.
Yeah. And the glimmer of hope that was given to him was the pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon.
If that hadn't have come, he would have felt that maybe the bridges were burnt and that was it. Well, I mean, not so much.
He didn't receive the apology particularly well, Vesper, did he?
No.
I mean, not so much with Adonis. I think that with Adonis, G recognises that he's a little more easygoing and perhaps there's still a lot of scope there, or there's a lot of room there for me to manoeuvre and to sort of win your respect back. But without the bacon, I think he would have thought, no, Vesper's a lost cause.
So you haven't lost Adonis' respect. He hasn't lost Adonis' respect. Because don't forget, he was there at the party with you for the most part. He went to bed because it was like 1 a.m. Like he'd had enough, not because he didn't like.
That's true.
And when we had when you killed the little girl, Adonis just kind of went, "Oh, you cocked up," and that was the end of it. Move on. Like he had to go at you, and you move on, kind of thing. So he's a bit more, fire and forget. I think in his approach to things, doesn't hold a grudge. So.
And that brings us on to the next episode, the one that we've just played last week. We all started out. We'd got our little wagon of... a little wagon with a huge, great big lump of silver on that was being towed by Vesper.
Yes. Ribbit.
Which seemed a little bit harsh. I did have a plan at one point during one of those tests, but I was going to sneak up behind and try and push as well, but never got to that. Then I looked at my strength score and thought, maybe not. Yes. So we were off to Timberminster, which we worked out was just over 6,000 kilometres or 3,750 miles.
We were leaving Timberminster.
Ah, yes, we were leaving Timberminster, going to Lord's Gathering.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes. And then we had our questions. What was the thinking behind that?
I wanted the listeners, more than you guys, to have a bit of an insight into what's going through your characters' heads and how you think your character might be affected by the episode, what's about to happen, and kind of almost like what's your state of mind right now? Like, how are you feeling? What are you worried about? What do you want to get out of things? And it's just an opportunity for listeners to engage more with your characters, really. Also, I'm going to take that information and use it against you.
Thank you.
I figured that was more likely to be the real root.
Yep.
Now, Ash did kind of prime us. He told us that these questions were coming. So did you...
You destroyed the magic, Andy. You killed the magic.
But did you, as player, did you have to think about in real time? Oh, actually, I don't know on that. I have to think something. Or did you already know in your back of your mind, actually, this is the way that my character was going?
So I had to think a little bit to make it a bit more interesting. It's the honest answer. I know roughly, but to make it a little bit more interesting, yeah, I had to think and add some bits. So, but yeah. Is he just a nice old man generally?
Yeah.
We're talking about your character, not Andy.
Yeah.
All right.
Talking about
I'm
Nice old man.
I mean, Andy's a nice old man too, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm a
It just-
dangerous old man with my crossbow.
yeah.
Very strong.
For me, it was difficult because I was trying to figure out a way to answer it in terms of not knowing what was going to occur over the next 3 months that we would be traveling. So it's very difficult questions to answer based on what is happening in the future. It's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, I don't know. I can get hit by a train tomorrow kind of situation. I have an idea what idea, but it's very difficult. But I think also she doesn't necessarily live her life in that way. Vesper doesn't necessarily look to the future and go, right, this is where I'm going, this is what's happening. She's more kind of like, okay, you guys want to go on this adventure? Cool, let's go on this adventure. And then you get somewhere else and go, oh, actually, we need your help with this. Oh, okay, cool, let's go. It's more of a reacting to the stimulus that happens to her rather than going, this is my plan. Next 3 months, I'm going to learn to dance with ribbons and stuff. It's just, if someone, so I'll
And
teach.
did you?
No, she didn't. A teacher. So it was tricky in that respect, but I think it was as close as possible to the truth of it, of what she would hope to get out of it. But it's also based, because it's based off of other people. It's like, this is what I would like to, like the time spent with Nyx. It's like I would like to learn more from her and develop and improve my skills with Nyx. But it's like, is she going to be willing to do that? Is it in her that she wants to help me develop? So it's a little bit tricky. I like the questions. They are helpful for us as well to get an idea
I think
of
so.
ourselves.
Expect more of them.
Yes, I like that.
I'll drop a few in every now and again for various reasons.
What about you? Did you have to think of it?
Not really, no. I think because I've reflecting back on my backstory, which is the dark secret that you still don't know, and also the episode that from the previous week where I had burnt bridges and I was come to the realisation that actually this is it. This is my one and only chance of ever having true friends. And I've got to do something. I've got to make some massive changes. So it kind of, as soon as you asked the question, I thought, yeah, I know exactly what I need to say. Whether it happens, only time will tell. So yes, we spoke about obviously our departure, and we knew it was going to take about 4 months. And you gave us the names of the 4 months, which I didn't write down because I thought,
So John knows them.
Yeah, go on, John.
Don't.
Come on, John.
The fact that there's 45 days in one of the months.
I know one was Asrelium, one was something.
Marmalade.
Yeah.
Octosonkalonkalonk,
Octosonk. Yeah.
and Nuva Flugaloo.
Do you want me to just tell you what they're actually called?
What I remember about it is they were cold, wet, and miserable.
They were.
Just like the calendar system.
Well, I'd written that down. The first one was wet, the second one was colder but a little less wet, the third one was colder still, not so wet but very windy, and the fourth one was just very cold.
Yeah. The first one was Ornithium.
Yeah.
Then there was Axiom.
Sounds made up.
They're all made up. Then there was Madrium. And then Azralium. Azralium.
Tell us, Ash, how does the calendar work anywhere?
No.
You guys know how the calendar works. You can listen to episode 1 on that fun podcast where I spent 45 minutes upsetting John.
Because there's 45 days, isn't it? It's like a different amount of days in a month.
Yeah.
There is, and then it varies. It shifts by a day because there's some weird number doesn't add up properly.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ornithium has 45 days, Axiom is 40, Madrium is 40, and Azralium is 45.
So where does that put us in the timeline for when the next place is supposed to disappear? How long have we travelled in total so far?
1, 2, 3. You've done 4.5 months.
But on top of the previous travel
From the day that
from
it
the
last
very
disappeared.
start,
Yeah, that's it, 4.5 months.
4.5. Okay.
Day 1 of the campaign. So you've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 months to go.
Well, how long did it take us to get to Timberminster?
To Timberminster was 1, 2, lots. 38, 40, 42.
Because if it's 4 months to get
60
from
days.
Timberminster to Lord's Gathering, so it would be 5 and a bit months then.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, you're on 4.5 months.
Okay.
I wouldn't apply too much logic to it.
I'm just.
That might be where John's going wrong, because he's trying to think about the calendar logically. But really, I just kind of went, I put a finger in the air, like, that sounds about right.
Fair enough. So we've got time.
You've still got loads of time.
You got time.
Okay.
And also, where you are now, in relation to where you started, you're much closer.
Oh, so
Because you
we're
were
closer to the
like-
start point.
No, this doesn't work on a podcast. You were like here, then you went here, and now you're like here.
So we were like top
here.
right.
Here.
We moved down bottom left, and we're like middle right now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Our listeners are going to love that.
Oh, that's going to make no sense to anybody.
It will if you think like me.
If you'd like me to show you on a map, just come to one of our events and I'll show you.
I think on our Facebook there's a picture of the All Havens map somewhere on there. As
Yeah,
well.
but we
The
want people to come
pictures.
to events. I want people to come to events though.
Well, that's true.
Come to events, I'll show you on a map.
You can touch his hand while he points at the map. There you go. That'll
For a
get people
fiver.
in. Yeah, for a fiver. Donations to charity.
No, for me.
You just can't.
Oh, sorry. No personal financial gain.
No.
No.
So during that first month, we obviously all did our bits to try and speed the journey along. Some more successfully than others. I believe G may have accidentally got caused a point of exhaustion for poor Vesper. But then there was one night where we were all settled down and we're all sort of having a little snoozette, except for Adonis, who was on watch. And then and that's when something a little odd happened.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yes.
Would you like to talk us through that bit?
So he saw in the woods a bit of movement from a cloak, popped some lights up to get a better look, and saw what looked like a child standing behind a tree. Spoke to her rather unquietly, it's probably the right way, which woke everybody else up, and then the rest of you could see her. So, getting the vibes it wasn't dangerous, decided to go and talk to her. It turns out, I think, to be the little girl that G stabbed and put inside him. Sounds a bit weird out of context, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, G, I think, is feeling just a tad guilty because
Lucky she forgives you.
because she forgives him. So he's thinking, well, yeah, maybe I jumped, a bit too quick there.
So obviously, I'm making some assumptions that it would be Targwyn or a avatar of Targwyn or something along those lines.
It's just the weirdest vibes.
Yeah.
I can't get a bead. I know this is obviously above table because we don't have any interactions with her, but whether it's a good kind of spirit, a bad spirit, it definitely gave a very, very evil the last time you touched when you were in the tavern and you like
That was the purple
tried to
power
reach
bar.
out.
Wasn't that the purple power bar?
No, we because I'd asked you when we were at the tavern one night, have you still had anything? Can you hear her? And you kind of went, and we couldn't wake you up, sort of thing. And you were having a little interaction with her, and that very, very much seemed nefarious and very, very dangerous. But then this one, she like healed up your knees, and she was like, yeah, because she said, oh, like, I'm not going to help you. Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, when that previous episode you mentioned in the tavern when you kind of went into a trance, I think that's what she said, that she wasn't going to help you.
Yeah.
But now she's saying, oh, actually, you can't help me, you need help.
Knobbly knees. Make him feel a bit...
Maybe she's just watched us for a while and gone, oh, God. Whatever I want, these guys ain't doing unless I
The
help.
world is doomed unless I help.
Yeah.
It's a very confusing...
Kids say weird things. That's how Adonis summarised it. Kids just say weird things. Like, they have tantrums.
Everything.
They have tantrums, all right? You've got to let them
Especially
ride
dead
out.
kids.
Yeah, dead kids.
Yeah.
Very upsetting for him, but she's not really dead. She's still talking.
Well, she started to get very deep in the conversation because you started to talk about who you follow and what your values are. And then highlights Nyx as a specific example.
Yeah. Which we didn't really get a chance to role play out at all on the journey, so
No.
perhaps in a future episode we'll explore that a bit. I can't, as a player, I don't think I ever pictured Adonis as being like religious. Like, just not, he's a wizard. Like, it's about reading and books of the truth, because he's there and you can do it and see it, and yeah, he's definitely not a cleric of any sort. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what he's going to do with that information or that avenue, if I'm honest. One to think on.
Definitely interesting though, because it's my brain's like, is it linked to what we're adventuring, or is it completely separate? And this is a whole different kettle of fish that we're going to have to navigate at some point. We're being watched. Yes.
All the time. What was your guys' take on it?
I think G was confused because until she did that thing with your knees, and G actually did see the sort of the golden glow. He just thought you were having a senior moment. Yeah, you were having a breakdown. You were talking to yourself and stroking the air, and he was thinking, "Yeah, he's gone cuckoo. Not much I can do for him now. Maybe I'll put him out of his misery."
I was waiting for it.
But yeah, I was. But again, G is in that place at the moment. His mindset is very much about, I don't want to overstep. I want to be as supportive as I can because I've got bridges to build. So that's why he was there ready to protect you if you needed it. But we're still thinking, what am I doing? I don't know. What am I protecting him from? I can't see. There's nothing there.
What about Vesper?
I think it's similar to start off with. She's trying to figure out what was going on, and then when you said it was a kid, but there wasn't. It was more you talking to her rather than telling us very much. So it was kind of trying to pick it up from the gist of your replies as to what it was that you were seeing. So I think similarly, when she got to the point, she realised, okay, you're not in danger. We've confirmed. You said you're not feeling under threat. You're just having like a really, really weird conversation with a tree, as far as I'm concerned.
Just standing there doing this with your arm.
Yeah, I was like, I don't feel it. You're obviously having a moment. If there's no danger, I'm going back to bed because this is a really long journey and I'm wet and I'm so tired. It's just like, if it's an issue, wake me up. But if it's not, there's too much weirdness that's been going on. So let's just, if you want to talk about it later, then we can do. But at this time, have fun.
But to a degree, I know that she talked about you having to really think about, who you follow, and also your values. But you kind of demonstrated some of your values because she talked about forgiving G, and your immediate response was, "Yeah, but he hasn't apologised. You shouldn't forgive him until he apologises."
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
I love that teacher bit. No. You're setting a bad example.
Exactly.
Or it could be a potential visage of God, and you're just like, no.
Yeah, again, you're telling G to apologise. He's got no idea what he's apologising for, or who he's apologising to, but he does it because he's trying to sort of just work his way back into your trust.
And there was a little bit in that for Vesper. It wasn't gone into, but it was tell him to apologise. Okay, I apologise, and that's why she's like,
Go back to bed.
Yeah, it's just being told to and just apologising. There's no meaning. So when I did the insight check and she's like, I can't get a read in. She's like, because it's gonna, for her, it's like, it's got to be actions from this point. It's got to be, words aren't going to mean much. So there was a little bit of, if you're good, you're good. Yeah, cool. Okay, bye. I don't want to be here to listen to any more of this. Without frustrating him, it's a bit triggering. Something that just kind of,
What was Nyx thinking? That's what.
Oh, yeah.
Nyx was with us, the NPC. What was she? What was going on with Nyx this time?
She's thinking, look at Vesper's sexy back. Damn, she looks strong in that vest.
Sexy.
Yeah, that.
No.
Nyx is I was going to say so. I'm going to say anyway. Nyx is much more competent than you guys.
Yeah. We picked that up, I think, Ash.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
So Nix is a more seasoned hero, adventurer, agent, whatever you want to call them. This is just all a day's work for them. It's just like, this is minor league considering what they have dealt with in the past.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, here we go
It's
again.
monsters.
Yeah, she's a monster hunter. Like, a ghost girl, really, that she can't see is have a little consequence to her.
Yeah. Our world nearly ended when we came across a polar bear.
When you were picking flowers and they went wrong.
I didn't at Jimmy's farm.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I saw 3 polar bears and they were nice.
Other farms are available.
Yep.
Yes, of course.
And other bears.
So we moved on to month 2, where it was a little colder, but not quite as wet. And Adonis sort of at one point sheltered us with this magical windbreak. But you were taking down the. You decided at that point that to help with the journey, you were going to break down the tombstone. What made you think of that?
I just thought it'd be easier if we all took a bit each. Trade bars are going to be fairly common, I would imagine, around the Allhaven as a form of currency.
Because it was what we were hoping to do in Timberminster when we were there.
True.
Yeah,
But it didn't, because no one wanted to touch it.
got lots of fire things. Silver's not that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, why can't I create a little blowtorch and cut blocks out?
And on that journey, that's when we came across our little magical clearing, which was very picturesque and looked quite warm as well, which is a complete contrary to the rest of the environment we're in.
It was such a shame that we didn't get to spend more time in there, because I think that would have been a good reprieve.
Just don't pick the flowers, remember? Don't pick the flowers.
Yeah,
That was so
As you
funny.
told everyone before being the first person to pick a flower.
Yeah.
yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, so you were very clear about that. Don't pick the flowers, and because you went in first, didn't you?
Actually,
You went in first.
You were first in.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
so
were
I-
standing at the edge,
you only went to the edge. Okay, yeah.
You
so
tried to sneak in, didn't you?
I tried to sneak in, and I saw a beautiful flower, which I think I described with degree.
We are the secret flower lovers in this group, I believe.
Botanists.
Yes, thank you. I was thinking gardener, and then I went,
That doesn't sound right.
no.
I was thinking self-raising because you can make some buns and things with that. So G kind of snuck in and found himself right next to this very, very beautiful flower,
Yes.
which was obviously emanating. I don't know whether it was from the flower itself or from the pictures that we later came across, or the whole grove as a whole. But it was emanating a desire to be picked, which fortunately, listening to the advice of his good friend Adonis, I managed to avoid doing.
Yep. Yep, you did.
Even me and Patch,
Both avoided it, yes.
with like 0 wisdom.
Yeah, then I picked one.
Old wise Adonis.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That kind of a
That
teacher.
was the theme of the journey.
Yeah.
And we all had a good sniff of the flowers as well.
Yes.
And in fact, Patch even started rubbing around with them, didn't
Would that have made him smell better?
Obviously not.
No.
Wouldn't you have damaged any of the flowers rolling around like that?
Maybe. I guess we'll never know.
He's too small to damage them. He would have just rolled them over a little bit. He was a good lad.
I pictured it. You know when dogs find fox poo and they run on their back and they do that sort of back shuffle thing?
yeah.
And they really get the shoulder in
Yeah,
it.
get
It's
it-
like,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I pictured him behaving.
Yeah, I tried that once. Didn't work out well.
I imagine you would have had trouble getting down there to start off with.
I don't think it's getting down there, but it's probably more getting up.
Ah,
Yeah,
That's what old people tend to struggle with more.
Yeah.
Getting down's fine, I just fall.
yeah.
Proper hit.
Yeah, the getting up is where you need a small crew and maybe a team of pit ponies and a winch system.
Or a Vespa.
So yeah, we all had very distinct and very detailed descriptions, because I went with a kind of a rose, and you had your iris, but with pearlescent kind of
Yeah, like,
foliage.
yeah, so
It looked like it changed colours as you
Yes.
changed your angles. Well,
like orange to pinky kind of shift. And I really hope that an iris looks like what I think an iris looks like in my head. Because otherwise I'm thinking of a different plant.
And you went giant daisy, but with a white outer petals going towards a crimson inner.
And it was double stacked.
Yeah,
Double stacked daisy.
Yeah.
And you picked it. And you picked it.
of course it is. Yes. Yeah.
Can we get a peek behind for the grove?
Yeah.
Like, I'm specifically interested in that crystal flower.
All right.
Like, was it just a crystal flower, or was it like the seat of power for the grove?
It's so the idea behind the grove is it's just a little, just a little bit of fey magic that holds like a little pocket plane inside a plane, but that's open all the time.
Yeah.
So the crystal flower in the middle is their kind of prize, the pride and joy.
Okay.
Like if you get, you got like a flower show and someone's
I
particularly.
was thinking like Chelsea Flower Show, and it's like their prep work.
Right, that's it. That's exactly what they have. That's their display for their god, their patron, their offering, if you like. And because you were picking it, they weren't happy about it. And then when we were going to shit all over the crystal flower, quite literally, that would have been a problem for them.
Yeah.
Just pick them if that was going to be. Was that just to get us into a fight?
No, they say there's the reason I got you to describe the flowers is because the flowers will appear differently to whoever is looking at them.
That's so cool.
So
I couldn't have seen his rose, and
would look different. Every flower would look different, and that's the magic of the grove.
That's cool.
And if you, no, I don't want to say that.
No, if you eat them.
I want to keep that to myself
Okay.
because I might use it again.
So that's when we sort of, after no names, but after someone picked one.
What did make me laugh with that is I tried so desperately hard to keep the to say they weren't pixies.
Yeah.
And then immediately went out immediately afterwards. Pixies? Oh, for God's sake. What?
Patch didn't like the pixies.
You didn't like them.
No, he was not a fan.
There was a lot of them as well.
There was. When you were at 40 to hit, I'm like, what?
Do you want to give us how are you doing the swarm mechanics for them?
So there was 30 pixies, divided between however many you're fighting at a time, gives them that plus to hit, as well as their normal attack bonus. But I'm only making one attack roll. So if you were fighting 10 pixies, they've got a +4 to hit, so they're going to get plus 14. Right, for example. But the damage is always 1, unless I've got all the pixies attacking you, and then I'll up the damage a little bit to make it a bit more threatening, so it makes a bit more sense, which is why you then took more damage towards the end.
Yeah.
I did.
But the pixie damage itself, their attack only ever does 1 point of radiant damage, but then you are either charmed or poisoned.
Yeah.
Pixie's choice.
Yeah, and that kind of influenced certainly G's latter behaviour, because being charmed twice and being able to attack, but he was still desperate to find a way to help his friends.
Of course.
Which is why he thought, well, we know that they don't like it being picked, so I'll just run around picking flowers and then get their attention.
I thought it was more of an interesting creature to fight because it's not just damage. It's actually doing other stuff which potentially stops you from attacking the creatures or makes it harder for you to hit them.
I think it's interesting we all took the same approach though. Like we didn't actually want to fight these things or destroy the flowers or anything. Everyone's like, oh, we did back out of this. This is not what we want to do. Even G he didn't try particularly hard to damage.
I think the only
Pixie,
person who
I think
hurt
shot one,
Pixie
didn't he?
was when you stabbed one of them at the very start.
Nick's
Oh,
one.
Nick. Oh, yeah, no,
Nick's
no.
one.
Incredible blade that just
Yeah,
appeared.
Nick's just a obliterated one. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's Nick's.
And it was interesting that out of 3 main characters, probably the most battle sort of efficient and effective was the one that decided to bugger off and leave the rest of us.
Yeah.
So
Because
pitch patch up.
Because as she was running away, she went, this is a polar bear waterfall situation. It's like, this is very similar. I don't want to know what they've got hiding somewhere in this grove that's going to come out after them.
So no, I had as a bonus action, I could have thrown those meteors, 2 of them, as a bonus action, and I've got 15-foot cone flame. I would have done damage if we'd have gone.
Blowtorch for Pixie.
Yeah, absolutely. And the flowers and everything, but yeah. It'd be alright.
Yeah, I don't think. I think if we decided to fight, we probably would have overwhelmed them. But it was a definite. We've just messed up this consecrated ground situation. We are very much the bad guys here.
It's good to see players play that way. So I've been in games of D&D where you get sidetracked by killing the monster, and you forget that actually you could leave. You can do other things.
Yeah.
You don't just have to hit it until it stops moving.
Yeah.
That's not the only way to play D&D.
I mean, even G's actions were designed to sort of, just let us go. I will only shit on this plant if you keep attacking us. If you let us go, my trousers coming up and I'm walking out of here.
Yeah.
Why I decided to shit on it rather than stab it with a
That was the thing. I was like, you've picked these 5 other plants, and then with the main one, you're like, nah, I'm gonna shit on this one. That's the real. I've killed these ones, but that one, real.
I think it really shows G's bravery to bare his ass.
Yeah, I was just
when there's like 30
fertilising
around, little stabby.
I was just thinking that maybe that if they hold this in any form of high esteem, then desecrating it with my feces might be more of a horrifying experience for them than me damaging it with a sword or dagger or whatever. Trying to pick it. I don't think I would have been able to pick it. It was a big crystal flower. But who knows?
Let's go back and try.
Okay.
But then, of course, it was Vesper to the rescue.
Yeah. Again. It was. Because when I'd said, like, what does it look like they're going to try to leave? And you were like, yeah, I'm already leaving. It's like, G's the wild card. He's the one where he always does the opposite of what is the thing to do. So she's like, he's not going to pick up on any subtle hints. I did the subtle hint of polar bear waterfall situation, hoping that would communicate across. And he's just like, I'm just going to run around and pick flowers. I think as soon as she saw the one exploded, that was, right, I've got to go in and get him. Because if he decides to leave and runs out with them, sorry, no.
They were radiant fireballs. That was 8d6 radiant damage for each exploding flower. So you would have done 40d6 radiant damage had you left with those 5 flowers.
Yeah.
To you and anyone within 15 feet of you.
You got pretty low when I walked out there with a single
flower.
flower.
There's a lot of ones and twos.
So was sort of Vesper's decision to go in there and drag him out, was that maybe a little bit of a thawing of her attitude towards him? Is she beginning to soften a bit?
No.
That is I am fulfilling my duty as protector of this group. If whoever it had been, she would have gone in and she would have got.
Gee, still got some work to do.
I love the fact that you shouted it's a polar bear waterfall situation. So the rest of us knew that meant run, but Nick's not a clue.
No.
Nick's didn't know.
He said just shouting run.
But I think the difference is I also think she's much more intelligent than us as well.
Yeah.
So I think she kind of is probably able to read the situation better than we maybe would. We literally had to go through this before to understand what we should have done in this situation.
What was it Pixies the last with the polar bear waterfall? Was this fairies with that one? It was fairies, wasn't it?
Or it was like methods or something?
Oh, it was ice methods.
Yeah.
Ice
I'm doing an
Yeah.
insight check against your statement there.
Insight check against my statement.
Yeah, where you said you're not fuck.
He's either wrong with advantage or disadvantage, but either way it's not good.
I've got advantage because one of my abilities gives me advantage on any wisdom throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the numbers on the dice?
The highest was 4.
There we go.
Keep telling the truth. As far as you're concerned.
Okay.
I did enjoy being able to give Nix a little, or give you guys a little insight into what Nix's kind of fighting style is like.
Yes, that was so cool.
Yeah. There'll be more of that to come.
Yeah. Because there were definitely times when Vesper's been like watching her as they walk and she's like, where does she hide her weapons? That leather is like skin tight. Damn, girl.
But Nix is, the concept for Nix is based on a character that I desperately want to play.
Okay, cool.
Which is, excuse you, which is like, it's like a 3-way multi-class thing that just does horrific amounts of damage, but it's really fun.
Just make sure you only play it with certain DMs, otherwise it will die very quickly.
Who's going to kill it?
Stu.
Nah, he's a pussycat.
It's always going to kill you. Always. Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be really cool. I want to know more about her. Like her abilities above table, I want to know more about her because the build is definitely interesting. And if we get a chance to see more of it, that would be great. But I have a feeling that we might part ways, and that would be very annoying to not see more.
I mean, my intention with Nyx is to have her stay around for a while.
Nice. Okay.
She's not just going to disappear.
Good.
I want to build a strong relationship with you before I kill her. I mean,
she kills us. More likely. Yeah.
She's the BBEG.
So, but going back to G's rescue, it wasn't completely flawless because you did get a singed arse.
He did. But it's very smooth
prick
right now.
arse.
Yeah. It's smooth.
Yeah, he has no butt hairs anymore.
Yeah.
I think that might be a new line of business for Adonis, you know? Body hair removal.
Yeah.
Could be quite lucrative.
Either by choice or by force.
I think you should charge G next session. I think that's worth at least 10 gold pieces.
I reckon it should be a bar of silver.
Bar of silver.
Well, once we'd all crossed the sort of the boundary, if you like, of the grove, then the attack stopped.
Yep.
And they all went back to tending their little grove and repairing the flowers that we had desecrated.
Yes.
Bless them. Bless you as well, Alfie.
Yes.
And I think we finished off that particular month with Nyx on watch, who was then being watched very carefully by Vespa.
I was so desperate for this encounter to happen for a few different reasons. I think the interaction between Nyx and Vesper is an interesting interaction.
Yeah.
And that kind of, the way they engage with each other, I think that's got some interesting ways it could develop. But also Nyx's background, like all the way through explaining what Nyx was looking at in the locket.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at John. Because he knows why, but that calls back to something different.
I was going to say that definitely felt like an Easter egg sort of drop for something.
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
So in our Streets of Dragonmount campaign, which now finished on Tuesday night, Garvey was, let me remember this right, he'd sold his wife to a hag and she'd turned him into a giant.
Correct.
And I can't remember why, but we found him in his house and he was like all crying, and we basically convinced him to go and save his wife, I think, and he went stomping off into the countryside, and we went, cool, that's sold.
It was your fault that he destroyed Nyx's home and killed her parents?
Yeah.
Wow.
It may have actually been my fault as well.
Probably was. Probably was, yeah. Your character Kai was the bard.
Yeah.
I do tell people when they play games with me that these things have consequences.
Oh, yeah.
And we talk about the P's of DMing, and one of them is purpose. Like, why are you putting that in your adventure?
To make people feel guilty is the
Make
usual
John
reason.
feel awful.
Yeah, that's it.
Because Nyx really did open up during that conversation. Not just about obviously what happened to her family, but then the hardships she faced as a young orphan trying to find a place in the world, and the different places that she approached, different people she spoke to, and until she ended up in the order of monster hunters within the Dragon Guild.
We were on an island.
And it was also helpful as well to get that insight with the vessels, because that put Vesper in a much stronger position to understand or to preempt what the interaction may be like when they got to their destination. Because she got that little bit of tidbit about, yeah, I've met Barnaby Thrall before, it's a bit weird and I don't like the vessels. It's like, okay, cool. Okay, I was really hoping that you were going to be our inroad when we got there, and you would be the one who would get an audience and the one who would have this relationship, and it's like, nope, you're not. We're screwed. If it's based on our track record, unless this guy is very much like the Jarl that we've just met.
Jeets has to have on a birthday now, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So then when we were getting prepped, I was like, cool. So it's like, I have no idea how this is going to go, but I don't think it's going to go well.
And would Nick have shoved Patch into the fire?
No, I don't think so.
An insight check.
No, just dropping stuff.
I don't think Nick's would have put Patch in the fire. She's not a monster. She's the monster hunter.
Clear distinction. It's good to have.
I think it's interesting though, just that little bit from your perspective as DM. Actually, we've been travelling for hundreds of days and just letting us soften. It kind of simulates all the conversations you would have had just travelling together, which I think sometimes get forgotten, especially when you're fast travel effectively.
Yeah. Well, no, the whole session was 120 days worth of travel crammed into like 90 minutes or whatever it was. And we've done that before in the campaign, and we did it a different way then. So we've done it a different way this time, which has just taken like the highlights of the journey really. And
Can I make a request?
yeah, no
If
more.
I was the only one who pulled that cart for 120 days, can I increase my strength score by like 3?
What is your actual strength score?
Because I should be hench as fuck by now. So my strength. So currently my strength score is a 16, which is a 3.
Yeah, you can up your strength score to 17.
Thank you. I think that's...
It has actually no effect on to get an ASI, but
It gives me flexibility that actually I could spend.
Flexibility would be dex actually.
I just
Andy's now looking at his character. Ooh, what can I ask? What can I ask for? In fact, why don't you all increase one of your 6 scores by 1?
But it can't put it up into another bracket.
Yeah, but it can't put up into another bracket, so it has to be like it has to go into an odd number.
That's nice.
So anyone that's an even number, you can increase by 1,
Right.
and you can have that instead of a level up. There you go.
Well, we finally did the level up that we were supposed to have had 2 sessions ago.
Those we forgot.
Yeah. Those who listened to the episode would have heard us probably say at the end, "Yeah, we level up to level 5," and then the next session was, "Did we level up?" No.
No.
No such thing.
And the 4th month was somewhat short. We established that it was the month of gift giving.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a bit of canon development there, wasn't it?
Yeah, month of gift giving, and we had a song. Would you like to repeat that song for us?
Good.
Oh, okay. And then we arrived at Lord's Gathering, and we approached the temple, which was by far more ostentatious than perhaps we would be used to in other places.
Pulling out the big words.
Yes, all the big words.
Is that the first time we had a proper description of Lord's Gathering anywhere?
Uh,
Try to think the big games we've been like. It's never been.
the table. Oh, that was the first thing that I developed in Lord's Gathering. The whole point.
I
of being
pictured
here.
that was all that was at Lord's Gathering. In all honesty,
Just a
It's
stone
table on the
Yeah,
hill,
table.
surrounded by shacks. Yeah, that's.
No, so I don't know. I mean, you, Andy, have seen a actual image of Lord's Gathering before. Whether you remember or not, I don't know. In campaign games online, but don't think I've ever used it anywhere else. But there is an image I've got of Lord's Gathering, which is a fucking massive cathedral and a little teeny tiny town. But it is probably my favourite settlement in the whole world.
What was that?
I just think it's got a lot of character to it.
Well, it's also very neutral, isn't it? It's the
It
only,
is very, very news, very Sweden.
the only truly neutral location in all of the All Havens.
Why are you
gone.
giggling, Bertie?
She's gone completely.
What happened?
Just a joke somewhere.
Come on, share with all of this.
It's just the description. I was like, did they make the shack smaller to make the cathedral look bigger?
Strict limits.
Yeah.
Your shacks can only have a ceiling 5 feet high. Exactly. You will all stoop.
All the trees have been like cut down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Finally got to the temple, and the door was opened by none other than Barnaby Thrall.
And I pictured him in a dressing gown. Rabbit slippers.
Or was it a red dressing gown with white trim?
Oh yeah, the
For the
furry
season.
ones.
They were silk.
Yeah.
It was more Hugh Hefner than
Curling hair.
What's you have?
Saint
Silk
Nick.
kimono, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Barnaby Thrall. Obviously, deliberately mentioned him having voices in his head. And that was a callback to the way Chris and Jack role-played him at Dark Ascension. I think. Were you on that table, Bertie?
It was where the tables came together. It was that.
It was Sorry Uprising.
Yes, that was the one.
Sorry
Yes,
Uprising.
that was on that table.
Yeah, it was incredible. I loved sitting and watching that. And Thrall is kind of the point of contact for the gods in the world. He's the middleman. So at that point, there's 13 gods all trying to talk to him. So he's going to be a bit mental.
Yeah.
He's going to be a bit nuts.
And he's still mental even afterwards.
Yeah, he's still mental
hearing multiple
now. I
voices.
still hears multiple voices. And it's kind of...
It's interesting that he still hears multiples.
It's a continuation of his character. And it's something that I didn't really want to lose after we lost Jack. That's another thing, another legacy that he's left on our world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a really nice, cool little bit of character.
Yeah.
And obviously, Chris was involved in that as well. But you can't have everything, can you?
Yeah. So the voices that he's hearing, because we've only got 2 gods left now.
Darwin and Zapon, yeah.
So he's hearing multiple voices. So this is me loving the idea that, okay, if he's still hearing multiple voices and it's the same voices that he heard before, the voices that he heard before were just made up by his own brain. And how do you convince yourself that actually he is a spoken vessel for the gods, and he wasn't just a mental guy that people are like, oh, he must have the gods' voices in him. No, because he's still hearing them and they're dead. He's literally crazy, and you gave him a cathedral. You've given this homeless
He answers
man...
the own door, they've locked him in, he's the only person in there, like no one else is with him.
It's like, you've given this homeless, crazy man the power over everyone because he speaks to God. Anywhere else...
Lord's Gathering's actually an open air prison.
Yeah. He hears voices and he speaks to God. Oh yeah, let's put him in charge. That...
I could put this in a little bit of context for you, because he is the one that helped Targuin actually ascend to godhood.
So he knows there's only 2 gods.
So he knows there's only 2 gods.
And he still hears multiple voices.
Still hears multiple voices, but he does have power, because he physically did that. He made Targuin ascend. So where does his power come from?
He's a warlock, he's got 13 patrons.
Level 68.
He's also, canonically, the oldest man in the Allhavens.
Yeah, he's been around forever.
Do you remember that?
Older than me.
Literally
He's
ever.
older than you. Hard to believe, I know. But canonically, he's the oldest.
I mean, it makes sense if his power is even more than just coming from the gods. It makes sense that he could be eternal. I just wish that he wasn't so weird.
He's weird as shit. I mean, you only had like a 3-second interaction when you opened the door.
I know.
You got to have an entire conversation with him next time.
I think
Are you looking forward to role-playing him?
I
for
cannot
the whole-
wait.
Whole session?
I cannot wait.
I can't wait for Adonis to have that conversation with him and explain everything that's going on.
Just leave it to G. G will turn it into a party.
Yeah,
Everyone will be happy.
absolutely. Guess what? It's my birthday.
Your birthday?
Should have stopped and picked up gifts for him, as it's the month of gift giving.
I was going to say, oh, can we try and offload this silver before we do anything? And it's just like, no, you're at the place now. I'm like, okay. It's just wheeling the cart in through the front door. I can't leave this outside. I've literally carried this the whole way.
I also did a little, I'm sorry, Andy, I'm kind of taking over a little bit.
That's fine.
I also did a little bit of a lore drop about guards there.
Yes, that was really cool. I was going to ask you to describe each individual one's armour, but then thought maybe you'd be a little bit annoyed. Because like the ocean ones and...
Yeah, so there was, I think I specifically mentioned the Dragon Guard, the Ocean Watch, the Casterly Guards. Did I mention the Lupine Guard as well?
Yes,
you
you
did,
did.
The Lupine Guard too, which obviously you'd have recognised.
That was the only one that went...
But that all feeds into our book. Because,
Actually, yeah, you didn't mention Thalsari.
yeah, they were there, I just didn't mention.
Oh, okay.
Thalsari's a bit weird, isn't it, John? Yeah. Thalsari is John's region as a War Council DM. Yeah, our book, which is currently being proofread, will come out at the start of next year and available to our members as part of our Patreon content. But there's got full classes in for every one of those types of guards. So Dragon Guard, Thalsarian Guard, Casterly Guard, Lupine Guard, Ocean Watch, Arcane Enforcers,
Yeah.
and I'm missing one.
Is there one for the
Dragon Shield
Monstrum?
That's not one of the guards. Oh, hang on, I'm going to have to try and work this out. So Gloomcrest is Dragon Guard, Ravenborn is Arcane Enforcers, Ocean Hold is Ocean's Watch, Timberminster is Lupine Guard. Oh, I know what I forgot. Dragonmount Vault Guardians, they're in there. Nagldir is a Casterly Guard, and then now I've got another one, different one.
Your brain.
Thalsarian Guard is Thalsarian Guard.
Ash.
So they're all in there. They're either full classes with their own subclasses, or they are subclasses to existing classes. And some of them, I'm biased. I wrote them, but I think some of them are so cool. So for example, I'll give you a spoiler. Like Lupine Guard. Mm-hmm. There's one which is like a Hulk Lupine Guard. So when you get hurt, you transform and you can't control it, and you go a bit mad.
Amazing. Like a berserker kind of situation.
Yeah. And then the Casterly Guard from Nagldir are all about like defense and tanking, so they're really, really tough. They're really hard to shift. They protect other characters. The Arcane Enforcers are mage hunters because Griefscreen and Ravenborn is trying to control magic. So he sends out these magical mage hunters, so they get extra abilities of things like counterspell and dispel magic and advantage on attacking spellcasters and stuff like that. And that's really, really exciting. I'm genuinely very excited for this book to come out.
I definitely think there should be a one-shot of just players who only play one of these each, and they have some kind of thing they have to go in together to really get into
I think that is a great idea for a members game, because our members will get access to that book as part of the membership.
Awesome sauce.
And there's other stuff in there as well, like with... I'm going to talk
He's
about
dribbling, guys.
I'm going to talk about the book for a little bit. There's magic items and new equipment in there as well. There's so we've done a background in the new format of the 2024 rules
cool.
for each region of the All Havens.
Nice.
So if you want to theme your characters coming from Oceanhold, you could take the Oceanhold background but still be a ranger.
That's
so you
really
can still
nice.
get the All Havens flavour without sacrificing the official D&D content.
That's nice, because that's one of the things that I definitely thought was missing. Is you wanted to try and base it in there, but it's like I want to be able to use all the elements. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Also, for anyone who played in a Company of Fate, which I know Andy did, Carnifica weapons are back.
Carnifica.
Yeah, Carnifica weapons had a rule which was when you roll a critical hit, rather than rolling the normal damage dice, you roll a different dice for the extra damage. So a Carnifica Great Axe, what's a Great Axe? D12? Mm-hmm. So if you got a crit, it'd be D12 plus your strength, but the rule is Carnifica D20. So it'd be 1d12 plus 1d20 plus strength. Ooh. So you switch out that damage dice. It's a bit more refined now. I think you do like the next dice up. So if it's a d6, it becomes a d8. A d8 becomes a d12. A d12 becomes a d10. But you get the idea.
Yeah.
So that's back in there as well. There's elven weapons in there. There's dwarven armour in there as well.
When is this coming out?
January.
So it might already be out.
Oh my god!
By the time,
oh my god! Be out!
If you haven't got it, get it.
I'd just like to give a little shout out as well to Josh McGregor, who is proofreading it for us free of charge.
Thanks, Josh.
After he read the version, I didn't proofread properly.
No.
He went, "You can do a proofreader, Ash." I'm like, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Anyone who's read anything that I've written knows that is definitely the case. But yeah, so a huge thank you to Josh for proofreading that for us.
Yes.
Very excited.
Oh my gosh.
And it's got the new map as well. The new map. Oh my god, it's coming. The new map's.
Spoilers.
By the time this is out, the new world map will probably have shown it to people. I'm due to receive it on Christmas Eve. That's the deadline the artist has given me. Is Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Nice. Very cool. Oh, so many cool things. 2026 is going to be absolutely fucking awesome. I can't wait. So much cool stuff. So much stuff. Sorry, Andy. I've completely taken over your episode.
Don't apologise. It's been very insightful. So that does bring us to the end, because that's where the story ended, where we were meeting up with Barnaby. Mm-hmm. Is there anything anyone would like to add before we say our goodbyes? I'll take that as a no then.
I don't think so.
So, go around the table. It is a goodbye from
me.
And a goodbye from
me.
And a goodbye from
me. So you said like Mario when you said that.
Yeah. And it's goodbye from me. See you all next week.
like to say a big shout out to our Ruby members, Joshua, Alberta, Paul C, Claire, Laura and Niall.
Our Sapphire members, Kylie, Dave R, Gary, and Emerald member, Stuart.
And our Diamond members, and remember, diamonds are forever. It's Zeke, it's Chris L, Martin M, Dave F, John, Bertie, Ash, and me.
And of course to our Ruling Council members, Chris, BT, Sophia and JP. Thank you to everybody for your continued support. And if you're not a Patreon member, please head over to patreon.com/charitydnd where you can join the Charity Gaming Guild and support us today.